So, hey guys, today we're going to talk about some ruling stuff. So, as you guys might know, pendulums are pretty, well, they're pendulums. I don't know what else to say. So, let's see. Let's grab, like, Terran and then Yata real quick. Alright. So, you guys probably know how pendulums work, right? So, you can scale your pendulum monsters. So, that would be like the leftmost and rightmost spell and trap zones, and those are also your pendulum zones where you scale things, right? So then, if you scale two such monsters, every single pendulum monster also has a scale. So for Terran, this would be 3, and for Yata, this would be 5. So you can pendulum summon not the scale, but what is between the two scales. So in this case, we have 5 and 3, so we can only pendulum summon level 4 monsters. If we had 1 and 10, that would be between 2 and 9, basically, you know? Anything from 2 and 9, we can special summon that. Via a pendulum summon, which you get one of every single turn, like a normal summon. Which you also get one of every single turn. Well, not every single turn, it's just every your turn, I suppose. That'd be a better way to look at it. And if you would send your pendulum cards to the graveyard normally, instead they go to the extra deck. So they do not go to the graveyard. So let's say we have Terran on the field, either in our spell and trap zones or on the field. If we like link it off, if we use them as synchro material, fusion material, whatever, it will go into the extra deck. Oh, well, onto the extra deck, I guess, face up. The only kind of exception to this, small exception, is either like Solemn Judgment or XYZ summons. In a sense, when you XYZ summon, like let's say I XYZ with Terran and Yata, and then I detach them as material, they will go into the graveyard then, which is fine. You have to have some way to get them into the graveyard, right? If you need to, I suppose. But then, like, following this, like Solemn Judgment, let's go ahead and check Solemn. Ah, every single time. I misspell Judgment. Alright. Technically, I don't misspell it. There are cards with, like, Judgment that spell Judgment like that, so whatever. So when a monster would be summoned or a spell trap card is negated, pay half your life points, negate the summon or activation, and if you do, destroy that card. So Solemn Judgment sends, well, not, well, I guess it kind of does send. It sends your pendulum cards, if like their summon is negated, to the graveyard. Which, you know, I'm fine with that. That makes sense. But, like, Necro Valley, how does this work? Cards in the graveyard cannot be banished. Negate any card effect that would move a card in the graveyard to a different place. I don't even remember the ruling for this. I'm pretty sure there's a good chance your pendulum cards just go straight to the graveyard instead of to the extra deck face up. Or maybe they do go to the extra deck face up. I don't remember this ruling, honestly. But that's not the one we're focusing on here today anyway, so Macro Cosmos. Any macro-like effect, like Dimension Shifter as well, your pendulum cards will instead be banished. Why do they get banished? I don't know. Because, like, technically cards that get destroyed or whatever get sent to the graveyard and then macro moves them to the banish pile, I guess, or whatever. There's no, like, good term for banish pile, I guess. It's just banish pile, I guess. Wow. Could sure use a term for that. Banished zone, banished area, banished cards. Banished card sounds dumb. Well, we'll proceed with banish pile. So, your banish pile is where all your pens would go instead of to the extra deck. Which is like, well, why? Technically, because of, like, how the ruling should go, in my opinion. Like, your pendulum card should not be affected by Dimension Shifter and should just go straight to your extra deck face up. And one of the things that makes this like really noteworthy is that you might consider, oh, but like maybe Pen can play Macro Cosmos then. Like yeah, maybe as a one-off, you don't really want like Macrocosmos in your hand to brick it up because of how many cards you need to do like a pen combo. Like a pen magician deck, like you run like 3 Ash Blossom and like 2 Called By, and that is like every single generic you can afford to run, more or less. If you don't open like 3 to 4 cards, you can't do like your pen magician combo or whatever. 2 cards, that doesn't really make anything. And of course, any interruption on it enables you to end on literally air. Literally nothing. So, that's tragic. And then you'll have to somehow miraculously try to draw into, like, the best pen starter you have. Which is pretty unlikely, if you ask me. Well, yep. That's most of what I wanted to say today, and if Pens didn't get like banished in like when you I guess linked them off and whatever, and instead went to the extra deck like they normally do, I guess, then macro type effects, notably like those of Kishtira, Macrocosmos, Dimension Shifter, none of those would actually affect Pend anymore, and that would make Pend a lot more viable during some of these really obnoxious metas. And that would have added a lot more variety to the game, so there are definitely benefits to this ruling. I don't really see what would be super negative about like this kind of like if the ruling were changed to this. Like, how many games of Flu and Exo Sister did you want to get floodgated? Like, how many times have you had Shifter resolved on you and then wish, damn, I wish there was like a combo deck I could actually play. You know, aside from like, I wouldn't really call Flu a combo deck, honestly. I mean, it's kind of a combo deck, but not really, you know. And then there's like Exo Sister. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Exo Sister. It is a deck of all time. Exo Sister's not even that good. If they don't resolve Shifter, that deck pretty much just couldn't care less about that deck, honestly. It dies to like a single hand trap anyways. For the most part. And it also dies to like any board breaker. Pretty much. Like a Kaiju can probably do it. Evenly. Right, Geki? Buster might not do it. But like, Imperm, that'd probably work as well. Just a lot of things in general. If we just real fast and just take a look at this, this is every single pendulum in the game, I believe, right? Yep. Look at all these cards we could have been playing during those metas. And there would have been some incentive to do so. Well, that's unfortunate. Just like how I only have one copy of Ignis Phoenix of the Draco Slayer, and I don't have any copies of, well, Masterpiece or Majesty Pegasus the Draco Slayer. Sad. Well, whatever. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.